Breakups on TV usually come with shouting, doors slam, words are thrown like weapons, hearts break loudly. But then there's the kind of breakups that break you quietly, the ones that feel small on the surface, but leave you thinking about them long after the screen goes black. That's the breakup between Jonathan and Nancy. Not dramatic, not explosive, not about betrayal. Just two people trying to protect something fragile and realizing love sometimes isn't enough. Most fans walked away from this scene thinking, it was distance, it was timing, they just couldn't make it work. But the truth runs deeper than that. This moment isn't just about two people separating. It's about identity, responsibility, love, fear, and the painful realization that sometimes the best way to love someone is to let them go. To understand this breakup, we need to go all the way back. When Nancy Wheeler and Jonathan Byers first crossed paths, it wasn't under romantic skies. It wasn't flowers or staged confessions, it was fear. The disappearance of Barbara Holland, the unknown darkness creeping into Hawkins. These were the shadows that drew them together. Jonathan saw Nancy not as a pretty girl in a small town, but as someone who felt lost in the same way he did. Nancy saw Jonathan not as a quiet stranger, but as someone who looked pain in the eye without flinching. Their bond wasn't built on excitement, it was built on mutual understanding, a recognition of wounds most people never saw. And that's important, because what drew them together was not what kept them together. Sometimes love is like gravity. It pulls you close, it comforts you, but it doesn't always push you forward. Nancy was someone who wanted to move forward, not just escape Hawkins, but find meaning beyond the town, beyond the fear, beyond what happened to Barb. Jonathan was someone who had already stood still for so long, he didn't know what moving forward felt like. Nancy's life was looking outward, toward college, ambition, future, possibility. Jonathan's world was looking inward, toward family, duty, memory, pain. They weren't moving apart because they loved each other less. They were moving apart because they wanted different futures. Before the breakup scene, there were smaller moments most people missed. The way Jonathan didn't look Nancy in the eye during simple conversations, the way Nancy hesitated before she laughed, the way Jonathan carried a heavy silence with him, the way Nancy tried to sound optimistic, but her eyes held uncertainty. Pause. This isn't a story of betrayal, it's a story of timing. Nancy was ready to step into the world, to seize opportunities that excited her, scared her, and beckoned her all at once. Jonathan wasn't sure how to step out of his own life at all. That difference matters. The scene doesn't begin with dramatic music. It begins with silence. Two people sit in the same space, but each carries a universe inside that neither can fully express. Jonathan doesn't look angry. He doesn't raise his voice. He speaks carefully, like someone who already feels pain and doesn't want to make it worse. He doesn't say, "It's your fault." He doesn't say, "I'm unhappy." He says something much more honest. He says, "I think we're holding each other back." That's not a cliche, that's not a blaming statement, it's a recognition. Jonathan can feel that Nancy deserves more, and the hardest part is realizing he might not be able to give it to her. Nancy doesn't fight him. She doesn't protest, because deep down, she already knew. That's what makes his breakup so devastating, because neither of them is wrong. They're just ready for different paths. Most breakups on television happen with betrayal, jealousy, anger, or blame. But this one, it happens with respect, with care, with honesty. And that's scarier, because when two people break up with hate, there's closure in the negativity. But when two people break up with love still there, it leaves a different kind of ache. It's the ache of what could have been, the ache of timing that didn't align, the ache of knowing that just because someone loves you doesn't mean they belong in the same life as you. That's a more mature kind of heartbreak, and that's why it lingers. After this scene, both characters are changed. Nancy steps into the world with more confidence, feeling the weight of her choices and her ambition. Jonathan learns that love doesn't always mean holding on, it can mean letting go. Pause. That's the real lesson of this scene. Not that they failed, not that they gave up, but that they were honest with themselves and each other. It's a breakup rooted not in conflict, but in self-awareness. And that's a rare moment in storytelling. This isn't just a Stranger Things breakup. It's a moment that reflects real life. Sometimes two people love each other, and they still can't build the same future. That's not weakness. That's not regret. That's growth. Pause. If this breakdown helped you see this scene in a new way, consider subscribing for more deep storytelling analysis, because every story has layers and every moment tells something deeper. Thanks for watching, hope you like it, and subscribe for Waffle.